After Professor Joe Cummins will be Paul Connect.
Thank you. I'm Joe Cummins. I'm a professor of marriage genetics at the University of Western Ontario. There I taught advanced genetics, microbial genetics, and environmental pathology and toxicology. After my retirement, I went to work with the Institute of Science and Society in London, England, and under those auspices, I made presentations for the in House of Commons and in the European Parliament. I think, in terms of the fluoridation, that we deal with two kinds of regulatory philosophies. One is the precautionary principle used in Europe, which suggests that any evidence is good and that we should consider this and act on it, and particularly if it produces harm. In Canada and the United States, we tend to depend on a body count philosophy, which do not, you make some sort of absolute requirement for safety and security. And this normally implies a large body count. Of the two, I prefer the precautionary principle. And the issues I want to deal with have been previously claimed not to exist, and I find this very sad indeed. The principal one is the question of genetic polymorphisms in humans, that there is clear and wonderful evidence now that resistance to fluoride in humans is determined by what we call genetic polymorphism, and these genes have been identified in some cases in mice, where we can carry this over by going into the human genome map, and even in humans, in both instances, there was clear evidence of polymorphic response. That is to say, that a certain segment of the population which is highly sensitive to fluoride, and another component of the population which is very resistant. So what we obviously must do is to act more diligently to recognize the sensitive population of humans, and this can be easily done now with the tools available and the references that I provided in my report. Fluoride is genotoxic, there's no doubt of that whatsoever. It insults one's intelligence to hear claims to the opposite, because there is such a huge amount of evidence, and this occurs as humans, great apes, in particular where chromosome damage is identified, but in a wide array of other organisms. So I would say that the evidence is very clear that fluoride does damage genes and chromosomes, and it tends to act during the DNA synthesis phase of the cell cycle, and it induces an array of other genes which interact in no positive manner with the cell. One of the interesting items which has not been discussed previously, and it's rather shocking not, has been that fluoride suppresses male reproduction. It's very damaging to the sperm, and in clear evident cases, why the pregnant animal or human who is exposed to fluoride in the drinking water will then damage the son epigenetically. Not genetically, but epigenetically, because you act on the DNA in a different way. And this epigenetic damage then is carried over into the son, which has reduced sperm production, etc. It also causes apoptosis and suicide and other anomalous effects of the sperm. On the adult male, the fluoride is damaging to the sperm, and in animals and in human cells culture, the effects are very pronounced. In So fluoride does, in fact, reproduction. And fluoride also causes birth defects, and I've listed a number of
Your
birth
age is
defects.
97.
Okay. So all I want to say is that we're not, as they say, cherry picking. Even if they were correct in use of the term cherry picking, cherries are sweet, lovely fruits. They're the good